None of us are perfect. We all have moments where we fall short of our ideals, but there's a big difference between someone who acknowledges their flaws and tries their best, and someone who is consistently malicious. Sadly, some people only wish harm upon others. These individuals will continuously hurt you and anyone else they can. This behavior can stem from past traumas or personality disorders. Regardless, it's important to steer clear of them. There are 10 warning signs that can help you identify such individuals, viewed through the lens of Stoic philosophy. Stoicism teaches us to recognize and accept our own flaws, and to understand others better. It's not about building walls, but gaining a deeper understanding of the world for a more harmonious life. In today's video, we'll explore these 10 signs to help us navigate relationships and protect ourselves from malicious people. This way, we can walk in the light of truth and knowledge rather than in darkness. Lesson 1. They come with a new reputation. Evil individuals often go to great lengths to manipulate the perceptions of others, especially when it comes to their reputation. They strategically craft a narrative about themselves, ensuring that you hear about them even before meeting them face to face. This calculated effort aims to shape your initial impressions and control the narrative surrounding their character. For example, imagine hearing rumors about a new colleague joining your workplace. These rumors depict them as cunning and manipulative, with a history of sabotaging co-workers to advance their own agenda. Before you even meet this colleague, your mind is already primed with preconceived notions about who they are and what to expect. However, upon meeting them, you find that they exude charm and friendliness, seemingly contradicting the negative reputation that preceded them. They go out of their way to present themselves as approachable and trustworthy, subtly trying to rebuff the reputation you had known before. This is a classic charade, a strategic maneuver designed to confuse and disarm you. By presenting themselves in a favorable light, they aim to divert your attention away from the negative information you previously heard. They may even adapt their behavior and game plan to align with your expectations, making it easier to convince you that they are different from what you had initially believed. In reality, this newfound charm and friendliness may merely be a facade, a carefully constructed mask to conceal their true intentions. Behind the charming exterior lies the same manipulative individual, adept at deception and manipulation. Recognizing this charade requires a discerning eye and a healthy dose of skepticism. Rather than being swayed by surface-level impressions, it's essential to trust your instincts and remain vigilant. Pay attention to inconsistencies in their behavior and the subtle cues that may betray their true nature. In the face of such manipulative tactics, maintaining a sense of clarity and perspective is crucial. Remember that actions speak louder than words, and true character reveals itself over time. Stay true to your instincts and don't be easily swayed by the charade of a new reputation. Lesson 2. They only come around only in need. Evil individuals often display a pattern of behavior where they only come around when they are in need, disappearing when you need them the most. This manipulative tactic involves exploiting your goodwill and generosity for their own benefit while showing little regard for your well-being. Consider a scenario where a friend or acquaintance constantly reaches out to you whenever they have a problem or need assistance. They come to you seeking advice, support, or favors, portraying themselves as your closest ally and confidant. In moments of crisis, they rely on your kindness and willingness to help, leaning on you for support. However, when the tables turn and you find yourself in need of their assistance or support, they are nowhere to be found. They conveniently disappear, offering excuses or vague explanations for their absence. Despite your efforts to reach out and seek their help, they remain elusive, showing little concern for your struggles or challenges. This pattern of behavior repeats itself over time, with the evil individual only resurfacing when they once again require your assistance or favor. They may offer apologies and promises of change, hoping to manipulate you into forgiving their past transgressions and accepting them back into your life. However, once they realize that you see through their facade and understand their true nature, their interactions with you become more transactional and opportunistic. They no longer maintain the facade of being your closest ally, but instead only come around when they need something from you. In this way, they exploit your kindness and generosity for their own gain, showing little regard for your feelings or well-being. They are fair-weather allies, only interested in maintaining a relationship with you when it serves their interests and needs. Recognizing this manipulative behavior requires setting boundaries and being cautious of individuals who only show up when they need something from you. It's essential to prioritize your own well-being and not allow yourself to be taken advantage of by fair-weather allies who only seek to exploit your kindness for their own gain. Lesson 3. They give you strange vibes. Evil individuals often emit a sense of discomfort or unease, giving off strange vibes that can be unsettling to those around them. Once they realize that you see through their facade and understand their true nature, their behavior towards you undergoes a sudden and noticeable change. If they hold a position of authority or power over you, this change in behavior can manifest in various ways, creating a hostile and oppressive atmosphere. For example, imagine working in a corporate environment where a superior or manager exhibits manipulative and deceitful behavior. Initially, they may present themselves as friendly and approachable, but once you uncover their true intentions, their demeanor towards you shifts dramatically. They no longer maintain the facade of friendliness, but instead exude an ominous aura, making work cumbersome and unpleasant for you. They may micromanage your tasks, nitpick your work, and undermine your efforts, all while disregarding your boundaries and invading your privacy. For instance, they may constantly monitor your emails, scrutinize your work schedule, or invade your personal space without your consent. Their lack of respect for boundaries creates a toxic and oppressive work environment, leaving you feeling uneasy and vulnerable. Despite your efforts to maintain professionalism and uphold your boundaries, the evil individual continues to exert control and dominance over you, making it challenging to perform your job effectively. Their strange vibes serve as a constant reminder of their manipulative nature, leaving you on edge and uncertain about what to expect next. Recognizing these ominous vibes requires trust in your instincts and a willingness to confront the uncomfortable truth. It's essential to assert your boundaries firmly and seek support from trusted colleagues or superiors if necessary. By standing up to the oppressive behavior of the evil individual, you reclaim your autonomy and create a safer, more respectful work environment for yourself and others. Lesson 4. The absence of empathy. Consider an example. In a workplace, there's a CEO who's cold and uncaring. One of the employees is going through a tough time caring for a sick family member. They ask for some time off, but the CEO insists on overtime and denies any leave, saying work always comes first. This CEO isn't just lacking empathy, they're disregarding the employee's basic needs and humanity. Instead of caring about their well-being, they only care about short-term job benefits. This creates a toxic work environment, damaging trust and relationships. Dealing with people like this isn't easy. It tests our patience and moral values. But we can control how we react. Instead of getting caught up in negativity, we can practice empathy and understanding. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, said it's not about what you endure, but how you endure it. This means we have the power to choose our reactions, even in tough situations. By practicing compassion, we not only overcome challenges, but also inspire others. We can't avoid encountering people lacking compassion, but by applying Stoic principles, we can handle these situations with patience and kindness. This not only protects our integrity, but also helps build a more caring world. So, when faced with people lacking compassion, ask yourself, how can I show compassion to others and myself? What challenges do I face in staying compassionate, and how can I overcome them? If you found this helpful, share it with your friends. Together we can build a stronger, more positive community. Lesson 5. They try to make you feel stupid. Evil individuals often resort to demeaning tactics as a means of exerting control and punishing those who have seen through their deceit. Once they realize that their true nature has been uncovered, they may employ various strategies to make their targets feel inadequate or inferior. For example, imagine working with a colleague who has been exposed for their manipulative behavior. Instead of acknowledging their wrongdoing and seeking reconciliation, they resort to belittling and undermining you in an attempt to maintain their dominance. They may criticize your ideas and contributions during meetings, dismiss your achievements, or intentionally sabotage your projects to make you appear incompetent in the eyes of others. By eroding your confidence and self-esteem, they seek to reinforce their own sense of superiority and control over you. Furthermore, evil individuals may manipulate situations to ensure that everything you do seems to go awry. They may subtly interfere with your plans or withhold essential information, causing you to make mistakes or fail in your endeavors. This deliberate sabotage is designed to make you doubt your abilities and competence, fostering a sense of dependence on the manipulator. By making you feel stupid or incompetent, the evil person aims to maintain their influence over you and discourage you from asserting yourself or challenging their authority. They want you to feel powerless and vulnerable, ensuring that you remain susceptible to their manipulation and control. It's essential to recognize these demeaning tactics for what they are and refuse to internalize the negative messages they convey. By maintaining confidence in your abilities and seeking support from trusted allies, you can resist the manipulative efforts of the evil individual and reclaim your autonomy and self-worth. Lesson 6. The Web of Deception. Evil individuals have a penchant for deception, often resorting to lies as their primary tool for manipulation and control. No matter the circumstances, it's challenging to extract the truth from them, as they weave a complex web of lies to obscure their true intentions and actions. Even when confronted with undeniable evidence of their deceit, they persist in their efforts to cover up their past lies with even more falsehoods. Consider a scenario where a co-worker is caught embezzling funds from the company's accounts. Despite being caught red-handed, they vehemently deny any wrongdoing and fabricate elaborate stories to explain away the evidence against them. They may blame others, distort the facts, or create alibis to cast doubt on their culpability. However, as more evidence emerges, exposing their lies and deception, they continue to double down on their falsehoods, desperately trying to salvage their reputation and avoid facing the consequences of their actions. They lie to cover up their initial lies, creating a tangled web of deception that becomes increasingly difficult to unravel. Their compulsion to lie is deeply ingrained, and they seem unable to stop, even when faced with the repercussions of their dishonesty. It's as if lying is second nature to them, a reflexive response to any situation where their deceit is threatened to be exposed. This pattern of behavior not only erodes trust and credibility, but also perpetuates a cycle of deceit and manipulation that harms those around them. Their incessant lying undermines the foundations of trust and integrity, making it challenging to discern truth from fiction in their interactions. Recognizing the web of deception spun by evil individuals requires a discerning eye and a healthy dose of skepticism. It's essential to scrutinize their words and actions carefully, looking for inconsistencies and red flags that may indicate deception. By remaining vigilant and holding them accountable for their lies, we can mitigate the harm caused by their deceitful behavior and protect ourselves from falling victim to their manipulative tactics. Lesson 7. They act like they don't know what they are doing. When confronted with the consequences of their harmful actions, evil individuals often resort to feigning ignorance as a means of avoiding accountability and deflecting blame. Once their true nature has been exposed, they adopt a facade of innocence, pretending as though they were unaware of the harm they were causing. Consider a scenario where a romantic partner has been emotionally manipulative and abusive towards you. When confronted with the impact of their behavior, they feign ignorance, acting as though they were oblivious to the pain and suffering they inflicted. They may downplay the seriousness of their actions, claiming that they didn't realize their behavior was hurtful or harmful. Moreover, when you attempt to explain how their actions have affected you, they respond dismissively, mocking your concerns and gaslighting you into questioning your own perceptions. They may sarcastically ask why you never communicated your feelings to them before, despite your repeated attempts to address the issue. By feigning ignorance, the evil individual seeks to shift the blame onto you, portraying themselves as innocent victims of circumstance rather than active agents of harm. They exploit your vulnerability and confusion, manipulating you into doubting the validity of your emotions and experiences. It's essential to recognize this manipulative tactic for what it is and refuse to be gaslit into accepting false narratives. Trust your instincts and stand firm in your truth, refusing to allow the evil individual to evade responsibility for their actions. By holding them accountable and setting boundaries, you assert your autonomy and protect yourself from further manipulation and harm. Lesson 8. They try to manipulate you. When confronted with the revelation that their true nature has been exposed, evil individuals often resort to manipulative tactics in an attempt to regain control and influence over others. One common strategy is to feign fairness and benevolence, putting on a facade of change and repentance to elicit sympathy and forgiveness from those they have wronged. For instance, imagine discovering that a friend or partner has been deceitful and manipulative in their interactions with you. When confronted with the evidence of their wrongdoing, they may suddenly adopt a contrite demeanor, expressing remorse for their actions and pledging to change their ways. They might shower you with compliments, apologies, and promises of a brighter future together, all in an effort to manipulate your emotions and persuade you to give them another chance. However, it's essential to recognize that these displays of apparent change are often nothing more than a calculated manipulation tactic. The evil individual is not genuinely remorseful or committed to personal growth. Rather, they are simply seeking to exploit your vulnerability and compassion for their own gain. By pretending to be fair and changed, they aim to deceive you into believing that they have turned over a new leaf and deserve a second chance. But in reality, their intentions are self-serving, driven by a desire to regain control over your emotions and manipulate you into conforming to their wishes. It's crucial not to fall for this manipulative pretense. Instead, maintain a healthy skepticism and trust your instincts. Look beyond the surface-level displays of contrition and consider the individual's past behavior and patterns of manipulation. By staying true to yourself and refusing to be swayed by false promises, you can protect yourself from falling victim to further manipulation and exploitation. Lesson 9. The urge to control. We humans often have this strong urge to control things. It's like we always want to be in charge, right? But think about it from a different angle. like what the Stoic philosophy suggests. According to Stoicism, real control isn't about bossing others around. It's about mastering ourselves, our emotions, how we see things, and how we react to them. That's where true strength lies. Sometimes we try to control others under the guise of caring for them. We might think we're doing what's best, but it's actually a misunderstanding of love. True love respects each person's freedom. Trying to control things can mess up relationships big time. It creates walls between people, destroys trust, and stops personal growth. Stoicism teaches us to understand and accept that everyone deserves their own freedom. Let's take Jack and Julia as an example. Jack started getting all controlling in their relationship because he was scared of losing Julia. He'd question her choices, pick fights, and try to cut her off from friends. Julia tried to make it work at first, but she felt suffocated and trapped. Their love turned into stress and arguments. Jack's need for control wasn't love, it was fear. In the end, Julia had to break free to find herself again. Stoicism reminds us that we have a choice in how we react to life. Instead of trying to control everything, we should focus on our own inner strength and respect others' freedom. It's about finding peace within ourselves and becoming better people. Lesson 10. The Mask of Charm. Imagine you're wandering through the maze of life, and suddenly you meet someone who seems to have a magical charm. They make your heart skip a beat with their captivating presence. But hold on, says Stoic philosophy, there might be more to this charm than meets the eye. Behind that charming facade might lurk hidden motives. Some people use charm to manipulate and control others. They appear caring and helpful, but really, they're just looking out for themselves. Stoicism teaches us to be smart observers. We should question people's intentions. Are they genuinely kind, or are they just trying to get something from us? There's a big difference between genuine charm and deceitful charm. The real deal comes from a place of kindness, while the fake stuff is all about personal gain. Sometimes the mask of charm slips, revealing the true intentions of the person. We need to stay alert and not be fooled by flashy appearances. Take Mark, for example. He seems like the perfect colleague, always willing to lend a hand. But behind his friendly demeanor lies a calculating mind. He helps others only to build a network of favors he can cash in later. Charm, whether real or fake, is part of human interaction. Stoicism teaches us to be aware and independent. This not only protects us from negative influences, but also helps us understand people better. In today's work environment, it's important to recognize sincere charm from deceit. Trust your instincts, observe people's actions, and don't be afraid to question motives. Dealing with manipulative individuals requires calmness and determination. By being aware and steadfast, we can protect ourselves and navigate through life's maze with confidence. Life is like a journey full of tough challenges, and it's important to know how to spot and avoid people who want to harm us. Stoic philosophy teaches us this skill. I hope this video helped you learn the signs to watch out for so you can stay strong and safe. Have you ever noticed these signs in someone? What did you do to protect yourself? Share your experiences. If you found this video helpful, please like and share it with others. Subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to see more videos like this. Remember, when life gets tough, staying calm and doing the right thing is the most powerful choice. Goodbye, and see you soon.